Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ladies of the PGS. I am your host, Artem, and of course, we have with us tonight Lorena Creole. Lorena, how are you tonight?
I am doing well. I'm doing great. So glad to be here with you in our amazing chat and cannot wait to get into what we have for the show this evening.
That's right, Lorena. You and I have been talking about this. It's got to be over a year, maybe, that we've been kind of talking about Hogwarts Legacy, everybody. So, this show, as you can see from the title, is going to have a lot to do with Hogwarts Legacy. And Lorena and I are, and there's just so much to talk about this game. First off, it's an incredibly successful game, Lorena. It's had an incredible amount of press. People are excited about this game. It's been a while, Lorena, that I've seen this level of excitement around a video game. What about you?
Granted, I've been out of the gaming sphere for quite a while. And to be honest, finding out about this game is what pulled me back in because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Let's see, hold on. Yes, Harry Potter fan. I got the one.
Yes.
Got my Slytherins. I
No.
got my
Ow.
Slytherin varsity jersey.
Oh my God. I don't know how to do it. So that's just is wait. I meant the other way. The other way. Darn it.
Yeah, you just click on my picture. It says
Okay.
solo layer.
Oops. No,
It's
that's
okay.
the wrong way. Click on your
That's
picture.
okay. You try. That's all right. That's all
Hold
right.
on. No, I'm gonna get this right. I'm gonna get this right. Just click
We'll
on
get there.
because it said oh, solo layout. Okay,
Yeah,
go.
there we go. There we go. Okay, so
Go.
so I have my wand from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I have
Ooh,
my collector's wand. I've got my Slytherin lanyard here. My
wow.
Slytherin right there. Got my Slytherin cardigan,
Yes, I love
on.
that. I love that.
And that's only a small portion of probably my house Slytherin again. Oh wait, yeah. Here's my Slytherin scarf back here too.
And I also noticed you have a Slytherin tie, like a necktie that's behind you.
Yes, this is my lanyard. So when
Oh,
I'm
it's
at the
your
Wizarding
lanyard.
Yes, so when I'm at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I have my lanyard to hold my ticket. One of the lanyards from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter that is probably the first piece of swag that people definitely have to get before you get the wand, before you get the robe, you get your house lanyard. And you see people, sporting it around. It's just so much it's just so much fun. And for those of us who aren't able to go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter or who have been anyway, and you find out that there's this game where you literally get to explore not only just Hogwarts, but Hogsmeade, the Forbidden Forest. I mean, you get to actually ride on your broom. They don't have Quidditch yet. I'm a little disappointed. They don't have Quidditch yet, but you get to do all of this. Basically, the books and the movies
Hmm.
come alive for you in this open world type of game. It is literally the Harry Potter game a lot of us Potterheads have been waiting for. There have been several out there. Like I enjoy the Lego Harry Potter games. I do. No shame in my game. I absolutely enjoy them. But it's different. It's based on the world of Lego, which makes sense. But when you have a game based on the mythology of Harry Potter. It's the game we've been waiting for to play with the technology that is caught up enough to give us this experience.
Absolutely, Lorena. I've been playing, just like you, I've been playing the Harry Potter games for a long time. And I'm guessing it might be almost 15 years, Lorena.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, it's been a while.
that's a long time to be playing games from one particular IP. And I have to say, I'm kind of looking to see where I can find the ones that I've played. But, honestly, honestly, I've probably played about 4 or 5 Harry Potter games, and the ones that I played
Mhm.
were the ones that mainly focused on the movies. I don't know whether it's different. I mean, the Lego focuses on the movies, but
Mhm.
it's the one that you, I don't know how to describe it, but um, yeah, these Harry Potter video games that I played, and I probably played maybe the first 4. Um, and I played them all either on a PlayStation 2, I think, and a PlayStation 3. So it's been a
Mhm.
while, Lorena, since I've played these games. And I have to say, it really brings you into the world of enjoying Harry Potter. Um, it's just extraordinary what they've been able to do with these games, and you can still get them. I guess I keep all of my video games. I never sold them or kind of shifted them in any way, so I
Mhm.
still have them, and I can't seem to find the video game page. But the point that I'm making is that I've been playing Harry Potter video games for a long time. You've been playing them. I don't know anybody who hasn't played at least one Harry Potter video game in their lifetime, Lorena. Flipendo, like there's just so much fun in these games. And of course, and I'm sure I haven't played the Lego game, Lorena, but I have played the other ones, and I should have gotten them out of my from the living room here. But to be honest with you, Lorena, I enjoyed them so much. You kind of play along as if you were in the movie for the ones that I played. And of course, they're called the Deathly Hollows, or, the
Prisoner
appropriate.
of Azkaban. Yeah,
Yes.
that one. Yeah.
And it was wonderful to be able to walk through the halls of Hogwarts. But I have to be honest with you, Lorena, and I'm sure that you noticed this as well when you were playing those games, that they did have, it was fun. It had a lot of detail, but it was not necessarily up to the same level of detail that we've been seeing recently with these 4K games that have been coming out with
Mhm.
incredible detail, incredible realism. They were fantastic. I would still play that game. I really would. I really enjoy those games, and I recommend them to anyone. They're family friendly games.
Mhm.
You can play as different characters sometimes, and you have to solve, problems. It's a lot of fun. You have to learn spells. Uh, it's just really a great foray or introduction into it. I never read the books. Lorena, did you read the books?
Yes, I did. Not all of them, though. I was a little strange. I read a little bit of the first book, then said I don't have time, started watching the movies, and started actually listening to the audible version because I don't have time to sit down and read like I used to. So I want to say in total read, listened to probably about 3 of the books, and that would be of course, Harry Potter and the and the Sorcerer's Stone. Philosophy Stone is the one that was released in the UK.
Yes.
Um, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and I just started Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. That is my
Yes.
favorite movie,
Yes.
and just listening to the book, I love it. The books are so much more detailed. I started to notice a deviation between the movies and the books. I wanna say around Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I
Mhm.
didn't You could tell it was obvious. There was just things were just out of joint. So I'm just like, "How big is the book?" And I saw the book, I'm like, "Okay, well, that explains it." Yeah, that explains it right there. So, yeah, I love the books. I adore the books. The books get better with each successive one just because of JK's, her writing craft. You can just tell how advanced her writing craft gets in such a short period of time. So when you're reading these books and you're hearing these characters' voices in your head and you're reading the description of just like how mythical Hogwarts Castle looks. Like I expect to walk into Hogwarts Castle, I expect to see the staircases moving. I expect to see, the portraits, talking,
Yes.
talking to me.
Yes.
You just expect those sort of things to happen, except that when I walk into, the common room, or I call it the mess hall, the dining hall, that you have Sometimes there's lit candles, sometimes there's fireworks. It's just so mystical. That's what I expect to that's what I expect to see.
Absolutely. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that. And I think that the fact that, the other day we heard some very interesting news from James Gunn about what he plans on going forward with for his IP that he's working on, obviously, DC. And he did have a lot on that list. And I just thought it was interesting that he said something about having continuity between television, between animation, between video games and movies. And I thought to myself, well, that's exactly what J.K. Rowling has accomplished. But
Absolutely.
she's even gone farther, right, Lorena? She has parks that are completely dedicated to her IP, and it's very hard. It's very hard to get to that level where you are able to even go that far, and it shows no signs of stopping, Lorena. It just keeps growing and growing, and I think it's a wonderful thing to see that. And I think when I first heard that there was going to be, she was going to have the parks and that there would be a sort of like a Wizarding World, if you will, at the parks. Is that what they're called, Lorena? It's called the
Yes, it is called the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So I'm not sure what it's quite set up like in Japan and in Hollywood, but in Orlando, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter has two portions. One is Diagon Alley, which is located in the Studios Park, and then there's Hogsmeade, which is the first one that opened over in the Islands of Adventure, and it's connected by the Hogwarts Express train. It is crazy immersive. Soon as you step in, you feel like you're in the movie. Everything down to moaning Myrtle in the bathrooms.
oh
Like
my
you hear when I first heard that voice, I'm like, what? Did you hear it too? I'm looking around. I'm like, did you hear it too? Yeah, you hear her voice, in the bathrooms,
yeah.
and just it's just so well done. It is crazily well done. The three broomsticks looks just like the three broomsticks in the movie Hogwarts Castle from the the Forbidden Journey, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. There
Yes.
is literally zero difference between the set that you see in the movie and what you see when you're there at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Wow. I mean, Lorena, that's exactly what people want to see. They don't want to see sort of like an adaptation of it. It's got to have that authenticity to it. We've been watching these films over and over again. We kind of know what Hogwarts looks like very well. Hogsmeade, a lot of these locations we're very familiar with. And so we do have a lot of expectations and what we would expect to see in a park, especially something that is featuring that. And Lorena, I've watched a lot of your videos where you are there. It's incredible. I can't wait to go there. For those of you who are lucky enough to go there, that's great. If not, go ahead and go to Lorena's channel and check out her videos at the parks, especially the ones that we're speaking about right now regarding the Wizarding World. And they're incredible. And you kind of don't want to leave, I imagine, when you get there. You're like, I'm going to
No,
stay.
you don't. Like this scene that we're looking at right now,
Mhm.
this graphic rendering, it is exactly duplicated in Hogwarts Castle when you go through in the Harry Potter the Forbidden Journey. Yes, all of that.
Oh my
It
God.
is literally it is seamless.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's really interesting about Harry Potter in general is the notion that essentially, um, I'd say for a good portion of it, they made school cool, so to speak. This idea of learning, this idea of exploring. And yeah, it was not all hearts and flowers, obviously. We know this already, for especially for Harry. But the point that I'm making is that they put a lot of value into investing in knowledge and learning. And I always thought that that was pretty important. And they made the school, I mean, obviously, every school looks different, but I thought they made the school look beautiful for the students. And, they have
Mm-hmm.
this beautiful hall that they meet in the morning, I guess, for lunch or whatever the schedule is. Everything, is provided for them. So I thought, this is kind of an ideal place for learning for these children, especially since many of them are there maybe almost the same amount of time that we've been watching this, let's say over the past 15 or 20 years. If you've read the books, it's probably 20 to 25 years now, because I remember when those books came out. And I'm not going to say how old I was, but and I remember when they came out, and it took over every single school by storm.
Yes.
And children were using the way they would describe their day-to-day lives was things in Harry Potter. And I remember someone was talking about, well, what do you do when this happens? And one kid said, you get on your Nimbus 2000 and get out of there. And it's like the cutest thing. And I'm like, yeah, that is what you would do. So it had such an incredible cultural influence. I remember the movie The Devil Wears Prada. And
Mm-hmm.
in the movie, Meryl Streep plays this, somewhat abusive boss to the main character, and she asks the young girl, the impossible. She's gonna get these impossible things, and one of those was the next Harry Potter book, and
Mm-hmm.
she's like, "Oh my gosh, how am I going to get this book?" And of course, her friend, was doing the artwork, and this was the story. Her friend had a friend who was doing the artwork for
Mm-hmm.
and had the book. And so she was able to get it kind of early on, on the down low. And, the woman's kids had the book early. And of course they're reading, like they're just eating it all up. And I'm like,
Right.
when was the last time we even got excited about something like that, where you got the new book, like this was, it was from start to finish, Lorena, something that's been so exciting, and truly magical. I certainly do remember the first film, and I
Mm-hmm.
realized how important it was to have that continuity throughout an IP, to have that continuity. And it's not easy to do. And Rowling was kind enough to kind of share. She has a spreadsheet where she puts everything down on her spreadsheet, and I'm like, yeah, I should use a spreadsheet. It's like, of course I don't, but she's meticulous, right? She's meticulous. She's like, no, this is how I kept track of everything. And she shared it
Mm-hmm.
with people. And I almost thought to myself, she's going to inspire a whole bunch of people to use this method. Not that it's new, but I'm just saying
Mm-hmm.
that she's showing you how much effort she put into this. This wasn't sort of like a 5-minute deal. This was a lifetime thing that she's dedicated herself to. And that's why we really do, because she has that ultimate control. That's why we're getting something that has such a high quality to it, because she values it just as much as we do as fans. And
Mm-hmm.
very lucky. This is very lucky, Lorena. I'm just pleased as punch that we're even able to talk about this and have these different iterations of it. And you and I are going to be discussing the cinematic IP on another edition of PGS Moving Image. So we are going to be talking about the cinematic legacy of
Mm-hmm.
the Wizarding World going forward. But Lorena, I just can't say enough about the delivery of the books, and then her slam dunk with the delivery of the movies that were like, I think I saw 4 or 5 of them in IMAX. Like, everybody was so excited about these movies. Lorena,
Mm-hmm.
you remember what it
Oh, oh yeah. I mean, the movies, first of all, you had kids who weren't even really interested in reading, but this series got them reading. Then they wanted to see the movies, and then they would have discussions about what was the difference between the book and and the movies. And people were just so excited to see these movies, whether you wanted to see it by yourself or you brought your whole family with you. The storytelling is just amazing, and it just wraps you up. And again, just like you were saying, it's because she had such tight control and kept discipline, even to the point where there was something she knew she needed to do, and she knew people were going to get mad at her, but she's like, I have to up the stakes. And that was when she killed off Sirius Black.
Yeah.
I remember being Angry. Oh my God, I was so angry. I was so mad at
Mhm.
having that happen. And a lot of other people were too, but she was absolutely right because with the death of Sirius Black, sorry to spoil it if y'all haven't seen it, but the movie's been out for I don't know how long. The fact that she did that changed so much and changed the characters and made the react, and it's just wonderful how she keeps that together. And with respect to the parks, I'm so glad um Universal got it instead of Disney, because JK was just like, no, I want tight control over it. They said, okay, what do you want? And that's the reason why it is just, I mean, so connected. It is without a doubt, we should have got this as Galaxy's Edge for Star Wars in the
Mhm.
parks. We did not.
Yeah, yeah, that is certainly true and a disappointment. Um, but I think that it was nice that it went to another company because
Yeah.
it could become so overwhelming in a sense that you don't have options. It's I think that there needs to be that healthy competition, um, across the board. And I think that I haven't seen it, so I'm just to be honest about it, I haven't seen Universal's Wizarding World, but I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about it, Lorena. Like, this is
Oh,
unbelievable.
the one bad thing you might hear is it's too crowded. Um, I couldn't get the butterbeer that I wanted, or I couldn't get the wand that I wanted, or my favorite refrain. I'm sick and tired of you Slytherins buying out all the swag. Okay, you hear things like that when
Mhm.
you go there, or the dragon's not breathing fire right now, and then you turn around and leave, and sure enough, the dragon breathes fire. I think things kind of like kind of like that. The fun kind of complaints.
Absolutely. And, those are things that we used to hear about Disney.
Uh,
Um, it used to be like that, nonstop. And there was that at one time. And, that's, I kind of almost want to say that's how I want to remember it. Um, but, I also think that when we're talking about the Wizarding World,
mhm.
it does inspire the imagination. We talked about the Lego games, and we talked about the original, I guess, movie games. I don't know else to describe it, but there was also the Quidditch games, right, Lorena?
Yes, yes, which is why I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed we're not doing Quidditch in Hogwarts Legacy. Who
Sorry.
knows? That may be coming. I would rather they wait and get Quidditch right, because Quidditch is so essential to the franchise. I would rather wait and have them uh have them get it right, and not do things like, they don't include you being able to chase the golden snitch. I mean, that's part of the game. You expect to have that happen.
Yeah, I think you would have to be able to do something like that. That seems to omit something so important as that. Doesn't seem right to me. Um,
Hmm.
One of the things that I have to say when I was playing the movie games, I call it the movie games, let's say the movie based games, or whatever you want to call them,
Hmm.
was that it was as adventurous and fearsome. I'm not going to say, let's just say the age level that they were made for is, I would say it was probably ages 6 and up, Lorena. Um, and I can honestly say, any child ages 6 and up, you'd have to read the carton and the recommendations for these games, because I know there's a ton of you here watching who have children who may be in that age category. But that was something that I really liked about the game, was that I was able to play it, and I don't have the best manual dexterity out there, but even I could play the game and understand what was going on. And honestly, you know what kept happening, Lorena, when I
Hmm.
was playing the games. I kept looking at the surroundings so much because I just enjoyed being there. Um, and a lot of times the character would say, "Hey, are you going to do something?" Like they kind of like do this thing where they turn around and they're like, "Hey, we got to keep moving." I'm like, "No, no, no, I want to stay in this hall a little bit longer." Whenever a game gets you to a point where you just want to enjoy the surroundings in the game, I think it does
Mhm.
say a lot about the experience. And this is certainly something to think about because there aren't a whole bunch of games that I just want to stay in that moment all the time. You
Mhm.
got to go across the grounds, you got to go different places. It really was a fun experience, and it made you feel like obviously you were going through the same experience that the main characters were going through, but it made you feel like
Mhm.
you were there too. So even the
Right.
games themselves, Lorena, had that immersive feeling to it, which is so important for something that we're looking for. So at least for me, those games, have a very different look and feel to what I'm seeing in Hogwarts Legacy, and that is fine. They don't have to look exactly the same. The color palettes are very different. I
Mhm.
think what we're getting in this game is maybe the most highest level of realism, right, Lorena?
Absolutely. Granted, like case in point, if you ever see the game footage of the vivarium, people are like, "What's that?" Okay, think of it as like a dog park for magical creatures. It's pretty much what it is. So you get to actually do things with them, like you kick a ball at them, you feed them and all that. Just the color palette of the grass, of the surroundings, of the magical creatures themselves, of the perspective shift when you're interacting with them. I was just dumbfounded by the amount of detail. Again, granted, I love the Lego Harry Potter games. I used to play them a lot with my nieces and nephews. They liked it. They liked the little puzzles and to be able to, like zap their classmates and
Course.
and stuff like that. But this with the open world and just how advanced the graphics are in this to add that layer of realism. It's like the difference between you see, gray stone in a castle, and then you see the difference between that and seeing like all the texture and and some of I call them like age marks, like chips, things like that, things that show age, those details that make the castle come to life. So it's amazing they're able to do that now with the type of computing power, which is why it's initially coming out on the PS5 and the PC, um, because of how much power it takes to render it, this way. I'm so excited about it. It just looks amazing, especially the snow scenes. Oh my goodness.
Well, let me see if I can pull up some scenes because I didn't pull up any, and let me just go ahead and put on. Let me just pull up some shots. I haven't really looked at a whole bunch of shots because I want to be surprised. But since we're so close to this, since we are so close to it, I'm going to see
This
if I
was
can
stuff that
find.
was like out.
Is this a while ago, Lorena?
Um,
Let me type in snow.
hang on one
Legacy.
second.
Maybe you have it, but snow scenes. Um, yeah, this is oh my gosh, it's so
You
exciting.
send it to me.
Oh wow. Oh my god.
They're gorgeous.
Oh my
Yeah,
god. Is this
absolutely flipping gorgeous.
oh I gotta show
Yeah,
one of these. Is this for no, this is a real person. I I keep looking at the wrong thing, Lorena. Let's see.
I'm sorry, I should have had that ready for you.
No,
That
no.
literally just hit me. I'm like,
Okay, it's no worries. Legacy game. Let's see. Game. I should just go to the maybe that would just show it. Because I keep getting all sorts of other things, and I don't want to show the wrong thing and then it not be the game. You're like, oh, that looks like the movie. It's like because it is. Let's see. Uh, but yeah, this is gonna be the first time, Lorena, that we're seeing a Harry Potter game that's gonna have this level, this quality of exploration. You mentioned very
mhm,
clearly that it's open world. And that's something that we haven't had before. I'm incredibly excited to see that. Why can't I just find these images? This is so it's enough to make you go nuts. Did you find it, Lorena?
No, I didn't yet.
All
I did
right.
yet. I don't know. Let's see. You know what? I know there is the
I,
game trailer itself,
yeah. Let me
which you should be able to show without any issue.
All right. Can I? We can show the trailer. Oh, just a little bit, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. Just like scrub through it.
Okay. Because I can just get out of this thing. And we're already halfway through the show.
Let's see.
All right.
Here, I got it for you. I'll send you the link.
Okay. Well, okay. Okay. All right. So it'll be in the comments. Oh, thank you so much, Lorena. I'm just going to pull that up and we'll take a look at that. And Lorena, like I said, this is going to be, you mentioned it was, it's a completely open world game.
Yes.
And you know how much work that is. I mean, one of the first open world games that I ever saw that really blew my mind away was Red Dead Redemption. And there was so much, at least I think it's open world, there was so much about it that was just so spectacular that, you know, when you watch it, it's just amazing. Let me just see. This is going to be the first time that I'm actually pulling up something that has a picture of us. Pretty much live, Lorena, on here, or at least not, it actually doesn't have our picture. It says this is actually our show.
Yeah, that we're live.
Hey, yes, our show is on our show. I'm cracking myself up, but I'm going to make it bigger. And I don't know.
So you just kind of mute the sound.
Okay.
And then just kind of like play for a few seconds and pause, and you can kind of scrub through it. I mean, look at that. Yeah, so you probably want to pause. Yeah, just
wow.
Look at how just like incredible.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Why are my captions so big? Okay. That's okay.
It's all right. Yeah, look at that. So you join this this particular universe. You're kind of an anomaly. You're joining Hogwarts in your 5th year as a student. And there's something about you, some kind of secret that threatens to unravel the wizarding world. So that's the mystery that eventually you have to solve. But before you can even do such a thing, guess what? You got to hit those books at Hogwarts as a 5th year student. So you got a lot of catching up to do. This is the Arboretum. Do you remember the scene from the first Harry Potter movie? And they're learning how to, deal with mandrakes because they had, to put things on the. Look at that. Look at the detail of that. Look at that.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Oh my God.
Look at that. And that's the herbology professor.
Oh my gosh. Look at the detail on the carpet. Oh my gosh. It's just amazing looking. And her glasses, her hair.
The jacquard print on her outfit. So this is the 1800s. So if you're playing this game expecting to see Ron, Hermione, no. This is in the earlier times. So you may see some relatives of characters that we know of. Like there's the Professor Nigellus Black, who was voiced by Simon Pegg. I can't freaking wait. He is headmaster. He is Slytherin, and you will get to meet him. So it's going to be great. Yeah.
And there we can see one of the main characters pulling out a mandrake.
Yeah. He doesn't have his ear protection on. So
no, he does not.
That's a detail of the game. Now, what's going to happen? Oh, okay. I see something in his ears. Okay. All right. Because I was going to say, if he didn't have any ear protection, he was going to have to pass out after he pulled out that mandrake, or else I'm gonna call shenanigans.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. Levitation. Oh, his wand.
Look at that. Olive, I think that's descend I think a ancestor of Ollivander. So here's like the wand.
Yes.
So I'm wondering what the wand ceremony is going to be like, the process that you go through
And
to
I just
get
saw
your wand.
Dobby. I just saw at least someone who looks like Dobby.
Or is it
You know,
one of the house? Is it the generic house elf?
yeah. Hi, Dobby. I recognize a character. Look at how beautiful that
Look
looks.
at that.
That's
So I
unbelievable.
think this is probably part of the mystery portion, because you have to kind of like graduate from Hogwarts before you go to the mystery portion. Is this the three broomsticks? Yeah, so and just look at the
Oh,
period
wow.
costumes
Wow. Yeah,
that
I'm
they
sorry.
have with this.
I went too far forward, but
No worries, and just skip through this.
wow, this is unbelievable. This scene here, Lorena. Oh
Look at that.
my gosh.
Look at that.
It's amazing. I can't get over how incredible this looks. And it's just unbelievable. Um, Oh, cool. Let me keep going a little bit more. I'm scrubbing a little bit. Oh, wow. Look at that. There were a lot of really cool scenes in this series where they're kind of, and it's not, it's going to sound weird, but the kids are out at night, on school grounds at night, and it's
Mhm.
dark, and they've got their
Yeah.
wands as their torch, right? And then they run into something, and it's like, oh my gosh, like there's these fun discoveries in this castle. In Hogwarts is essentially quite an enchanted place.
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, I believe we're going to see nearly headless Nick.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think this part from the vivarium, I think. You saw that one creature.
That's
Yeah.
an incredible looking creature, Lorena. What they're offering in here are, a lot more detailed information because while we did get a lot of information from the movies for what they could do,
Mhm.
um, I think that this is going to fill in a lot of information for many of us. And kind of, I really do like that we're getting this. It's not a backstory, but let's just say
Mhm.
I don't even know how old Hogwarts is, but I really do enjoy seeing this time period. I love the 1800s. So I really am going to enjoy hearing what was it like to go to school at Hogwarts in 1800? Like what was this
Mhm.
like? I'm sure it was a very different time there.
This is definitely Hogsmeade.
Yes.
And here's why. Even when you go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Hogsmeade
Oh,
always has snow on the
I
roofs.
didn't
That's
know
why
that.
it's hilarious. It'll be, the dead of summer in Florida, and you look up and Hogsmeade has snow on the roofs.
Aw. Look at that. Look at that. That thing looks like it's going to come down and get you.
Ooh, yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
adventure, a lot.
Oh, yeah, dragon. Oh, yeah. 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 Depends on what type of dragon, different species of dragon. Oh, I love this. Love this. Look at like all the candles.
Just stunning. Guys, that's what you have to look forward to in Hogwarts Legacy. Certainly a lot of amazing times, a lot of fun times. As we said, it's something the whole family can enjoy. Why can I not get out? Am I still there? Yes, I am. Something the whole family can enjoy, Lorena. We really are very lucky to be getting this. And I guess I should stop sharing because see my choices of what I look at on YouTube. But we're really lucky to be getting this. This is kind of a time where we're not getting a lot of games that people are happy with.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of been a bit of a dead zone. We got a few that were great, but gaming isn't what it used to be, Lorena. There's a lot of things that are going on in sort of the gaming community and with games in general when they kind of became more sort of a paid to play thing. People
Mm-hmm.
like to buy a game, you put it in, your console and you play it, or you download it and you play it. But a lot has changed in the gaming world, and a lot of people have expectations for games. I have a feeling that this one is not going to disappoint, mainly
Hmm.
because of how much effort we already know has gone into this, Lorena. This might be one of the most detailed games ever made, Lorena. I can't even think about how much detail needs to go into this, and they can do it, right, Lorena? Because there are no limitations digitally. So we're expecting to see certain things that even in the real world creations we may not have seen, right?
Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. The technology has advanced, crazy amounts. Computers themselves have advanced. Even some of the consoles. Now, I know to let people know about the release. So I know PC and PlayStation 5 get it tomorrow. If you're on the PlayStation 5, you can actually start to download it. You won't be able to play it until midnight where you live. If you had the PC version, like I have, you won't be able to download that until 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. I'm not sure about when Xbox gets theirs, or maybe they get theirs in April along with the PS4 in April, and then the Switch gets their version in, I believe, June.
Hmm. Well, thank you for letting us know that. That's a lot of details, everybody. And, I know Lorena initially when they first sold the deluxe edition and the collector's edition, it was with the understanding that if you purchased that, you would have access to play Hogwarts Legacy at, I guess, midnight, wherever you are. You could play
Yes.
that game right away, only to find out that there was some limitation with the PC version. Is that what it was?
I don't know if it's a limitation. I don't know if they're just trying to load balance or whatever it is, but I expected to be able to download my copy, or at least do the same thing that folks with the PS5 would be able to do with the digital version that I bought. So now, supposedly, the 72 hours exclusive access is more like 60.
Yeah, that's something that they should have disclosed from the beginning. And certainly, a lot of times people will buy that version of the game because they think they're having early access. So
Hmm.
that's unfortunate. And I'm still a little surprised that they did this. I think maybe it was accidental. I just don't believe they don't really do anything to burn the fans in this IP. So I think it must have been something that was accidental. Um, I'm going to download it onto my PS5 and have that ready tonight. Hopefully, I have no idea whether I'll even have any energy at midnight, Lorena. It's not likely, but we'll see how it goes. I will be doing a short broadcast from at 11:30 about the game and it coming on and everything, but on my channel. But because I'm going to be up because I'm working. I'm still working, but I did want to talk a little bit. And Lorena, thank you for clearing that up, guys. There's a
You're
bunch
welcome.
uh, things that we want you to know here, where they're saying it's one of the most anticipated games of 2023.
Hmm.
We did mention it was open RPG, and it says a new game from Avalanche lets players experience the famed school of witchcraft and wizardry as a student in the 1880s before the events of the Harry Potter books. Here are some basic things you need to know. What's the story? And so it says players will embark on a dangerous journey to uncover a hidden truth of the wizarding world.
Hmm.
You'll explore Hogwarts Castle, where you'll be able to attend classes like I went to attend a class. You'll also go beyond it to new and familiar locations per the site. You'll be able to customize your character, choose a Hogwarts house. You and I are Slytherin, and grow your magical abilities by brewing potions, mastering spells, and taming beasts. Hogwarts Legacy sticks to the lore but doesn't adapt the Harry Potter books and films. So that's kind of important, everybody. It's going to be something very different from what we've seen because, so far we have been going by the books, right, Lorena?
Hmm.
So
So far we have.
you did cover a lot of this already about when it will launch.
Okay, so Xbox, with the Xbox, it looks like the Series XS will launch February 10th. So that's along with the PS5 and the PC group. PS4 and Xbox One, you have to wait until April 4th. And Nintendo Switch is July. I thought that was June. Whew,
Well,
July.
I think this might be the standard version. And if you buy the deluxe version,
Yeah, because I have the deluxe version.
right,
Hmm.
it will give, I think you have a little bit earlier access here. Actually, I've spoke too
Hmm.
soon. And they talk about the early access. Um,
Yeah, see, it includes it with the PC. It doesn't make that distinction. Well, okay, later on it does. Like it says include 72 hours of early access, but then you read further down and you see that if you have the PC deluxe version, you can't start playing until 1 p.m. Eastern
Yeah,
time.
that's a huge bit of information to leave out, in this way. It seems very odd,
Hmm.
to have done that, and I think they could have been clearer, um, regarding that with what you get, especially since you are paying more money. You pay more money for the deluxe version,
Hmm.
for sure.
Exactly.
Um, okay. Um, and it says PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, they won't have the early access. How do I
Correct.
pre-order it? Now Lorena, you were talking about your account. You log into your PlayStation. I've logged into a PlayStation account. What was you said you mentioned a different one?
So, what I want to show you, can share my screen really quick.
Yes.
For
Mhm.
those of you who have done the sorting over on wizardingworld.com, which used to be Pottermore, okay, cool stuff for you here. This is what you want to do. Like, this is my profile over here on the Wizarding World website. Now, if you create an account over on Warner Brothers Games, WB Games, okay, what you can do is link your accounts.
Oh, wow.
And if you do, I always have to like butts around to find this thing because they never really make it easy for some crazy, crazy, crazy reason. Um, in a nutshell, basically, when you link those two accounts, then when you play Hogwarts Legacy and you log into your WB Games account, you get special swag. You will get a special robe that you will get. I'm trying to see if I can find it here. They don't make it easy for you.
No.
Daggone it. But
It
anyway, in a nutshell, you do get a special type of robe. You also get a special mask. So your robe does not look like everyone, the standard robes that you would get within the game. So if you have also, you can be sorted in advance. You sorted,
yes.
have your wand. All you do is just connect your account and boom.
I love it, Lorena, being able to connect the two. It's nice that they thought about this because so many people are on the website already, just enjoying everything that's there, all the collectibles, all of the different events on there. It just really is fantastic that you can join that.
I have to show you
Yes, let's see
this.
it.
I'm not gonna play a whole lot. That's the vivarium. Look at
Oh
that.
my gosh, these creatures, Lorena.
Look at
Oh
this.
my gosh.
I'm gonna spend a crap ton of money over here. That's the weirdest looking freaking thing, and I want to feed it. It's just it's so wild. Literally, it's just a garden with calming music, and you feed these weird, these weird creatures.
I love it. I think, we've never had anything like that in Harry Potter world. So this is going to be such a pleasure to play. I'm so looking forward to this, Lorena. And thank you for showing us
Oh, no worries.
that, it certainly is great to be able to see these details because, we need to know what's going on with the game. Obviously, it's going to be huge. It's going to be a lot of people playing this game over the next uh next year, I imagine. And
Hmm.
I don't know anything about the statistics as to how many games were ordered, but there were a lot of them, and it's the number one.
It was a lot.
The number one game on Steam, from what I understand. It's probably number one in downloads and in orders. Certainly, it's amazing. Here they said, of course, this is not a surprise that the collector's edition had already sold out. Not a shock there.
Hmm.
And here, okay, well, we don't have to even look at the rest of that. I thought there was a little bit more on there. But certainly, guys, you do want to check out this game. This is going to be the
Yes.
game. Honestly, you know what I think is really funny is that it didn't come out for Christmas, Lorena. This could have been a
Yeah,
Christmas.
the release date got pushed. I do remember. Yeah, because I was like, we're not gonna get it for Christmas. So yeah, they did have to push the release date. But it's finally here for some
It
of us.
really is. It really is. I can't believe it, Lorena. We've been talking about this game for so long. We've been waiting for a cool game like this for so long. And it has been just an astounding success, not a surprise. I think that, the amount of work that has gone into it is something that is extraordinary. Gee, we're almost at the end of the show. I didn't get a chance to talk about Quantumania. We will talk about
Oh,
Quantumania
I'm
next
sorry.
week.
I'm just gonna show you one thing really, really, really
Yes,
quickly
yes,
because
please
this
show
is
us.
actually relevant. So I'm over here in my Epic Games account, and I'm actually seeing the countdown right now, which tells me I got 18 flipping hours, 18 hours, 6 minutes, and 10 seconds
Mhm.
before I can access the game. So, just in case folks were wondering, I ordered through Epic Games Store. You can also get the digital copy on Steam as well.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lorena, for letting us know. And guys, Lorena and I will be playing this game on our channels. I'm assuming both live and recorded. I'm doing both. Are going to be times when have to record it, or and then
Yeah.
you can see it. But you and I are going to be playing this game. We're going to be having such a fantastic time. It is single player. That's maybe the only thing that
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
bummed out about, but maybe they'll have some downloadable content and that will be multiplayer, Lorena. I don't know. But hopefully, like I said, I'm going to download it to the PS5 when we get off of this. And then if it's there, you're saying then it would be available at midnight. I'll try
Mhm.
and go on. Let's see what happens. Because I just feel like the internet's going to explode or something.
I am, you know how the hockey game where, the reference has to like drop the puck. That's what I feel like the server is going to be like as soon as it hits 1 p.m. Eastern. I have I don't even expect to get this thing downloaded tomorrow. I'm hoping that I can, but I am expecting it for it to be quite painful. If it's a seamless process, you'll find out from me. But I worry for their servers. I really do.
I worry for my servers. Like my computer system was not my computer, but my internet was not prepared for this. So my plan is that, like I said, I'm going to go live on my channel at 11:30 and just talk about what's coming up, because by the time I would have hoped to have downloaded to my PlayStation 5. And then with the PlayStation 5, as you said, you just broadcast and you're on. So
Mhm.
it's not like I can
Yeah.
kind of announce it, but
Mhm.
what I'm going to probably do is at midnight or a little bit around midnight, try and go on there and play for a few hours, and then go to sleep because I got to work tomorrow. So just I do have to, go ahead and do that. So, but Lorena, this is such an exciting time. I just enjoyed it. We could talk about this for hours and hours. And actually, guys, Lorena and I are going to be doing a PGS moving image show regarding Harry Potter's cinematic IP legacy.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
that is coming up as well. And I think it's quite apropos to everything that's been going on and many, many more shows like that. But I did just want to focus on this game. This is, going to be the game that everybody is going to be playing this year. And I can't wait. Lorena, it's just so cool. Let's pray they do a DLC where we can be on the same screen at the same time.
I hope so. I hope so. Because
Yeah.
that would just be amazing if they did that.
I think that it might have been a consideration, but I think that they may not have been able to accommodate everything. I think there might be cooperative play at some point.
Which
But
makes sense.
Yeah, it does. With an open world, I can't even imagine how big this is, Lorena. I kind of would have liked to have been exploring and be like, "Hey, Lorena," like, "How are you? I'm great. How are you?" I'm like, "I don't know. Let's go to Hogsmeade." Okay, like in the game. So maybe one of these days we will be able to do that. But until then, guys, check out my channel and Lorena's channel. We're going to be streaming this. Lorena, where can people find you?
Well, folks, you can find me on Twitter, you can find me on Instagram, and of course, you can find me on YouTube for various live streams and videos. So I'm also including over here. We do Toxic Male Appreciation on my Twitch channel, and the repeat happens on Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern on my YouTube channel. Tonight, actually, literally, like in about 2 minutes, there's a video premiere of a watch party that myself and Retro Nerd Girl did for John Wick, the first
Oh,
movie. So definitely do check that out. I've got a theme park stream tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Going to have some folks there who love theme parks as much as I do. We get together and we chat. We're talking about the 100th anniversary of Disney. We're going to be talking about Mardi Gras at Universal Orlando. And we're going to be talking about what's been going on at Knott's Berry Farm as well,
cool.
out in Cali. So please do check out my channel for that. And thank you guys so much for being here. And thank you for having me here.
Of course, it's such a pleasure. Gee, didn't that go fast, Lorena?
It did. It just boom, and it's gone.
Guys, check out Positive Fandom tonight at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be on there. I'm talking about playing it. I have to wait till I get on the PlayStation and then broadcast it live because I can't. That's the way that it works for PlayStation. So I did just want
Hmm.
to mention that I'll be on my channel for a few minutes, and then I'm going to switch off and go to my PlayStation and start to play it. I hope it works. And then I did just want to thank all of you guys, certainly for turning out tonight to listen to us speak about the Wizarding World, which I think is just one of the most amazing stories ever. We've been enjoying it so much. So thank you for watching this and sticking by here. On Friday, I am going to be reviewing Horatio Hornblower Part 2 with
Ooh,
Darth Plato. Yes, on my channel.
nice.
I'm so excited for that. So that is coming up as well. Also, yes, I did want to mention that on is it Friday? On Friday night, we're going to be reviewing The Last of Us
Hmm.
Part 5. I think it was Friday night. It's
Yeah.
and it think it's going to be shown again on Sunday, but because that's Super Bowl Sunday, that's not a great time to stream. But I will be streaming that morning for Sunday brunch. So there is that. Now Saturday, right here on the Burnett Network, guys. I did want to mention this watch party that I have coming up with Israel King, who is the filmmaker of Voices of Central, right here on the Burnett Network.
Hmm.
Guys, certainly do watch along with us. Israel will be there. We're going to be talking about this incredible documentary that he made called Voices of Central. So please do check that out as well. Whew. I just want to thank the moderators tonight. Obviously, Tom Jr. Jackson. We are all goof people. Tom Jr. Jackson, my collaborator, a good friend, as well as Lord Toth, who is here tonight. Lord Toth, thank you so much for moderating tonight's show.
Hmm.
I so do appreciate it. I know you guys, are doing so much behind the scenes for us, and thank you for that. So, without any further ado, yes, guys, please like and subscribe to my channel. Please like and subscribe to Lorena's channel. Subscribe to the Burnett Network.
Hmm.
And for everybody out there, no matter where you are in the galaxy, always do remember to please be kind. Take care, everybody.
Bye.